You just did it. You picked up your phone, checked something, put it down, and you already can't remember what you were looking for. You do this 100 times a day, some studies say more, and most of those times you're not even deciding to. Your hand reaches for it before you've had a thought about why. You've called it a habit. You've called it an addiction, half joking. You've promised yourself you'd cut back. It isn't weakness, and it isn't really about the phone at all. It's about a mechanism in your brain that was working exactly like this long before phones existed. And someone figured out how to rent it. In the 1930s, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner put rats in a box with a lever. When the rat pressed the lever, it got a food pellet. The rat learned quickly, pressed when hungry, and otherwise left the lever alone. Predictable, reasonable. Then Skinner changed one thing. He made the reward random. Now the lever gave a pellet sometimes. Not every press, not on any schedule the rat could work out. Press and nothing, press and nothing, pressed and a pellet. The rats didn't press less. They pressed more, far more, compulsively. Some of them kept pressing that lever long after they'd stopped being hungry, pressing at a rate they never showed when the reward was reliable. Skinner had found something strange and a little unsettling about how brains work. A predictable reward is satisfying, but an unpredictable one is almost impossible to stop chasing. He called it a variable ratio reward schedule. You know it better as the reason you can't put your phone down. Here's why it works on you the same way the lever worked on the rat. Every time you check your phone, you might get something good. A message from someone you like, a photo worth seeing, a notification that matters, a video that makes you laugh, or nothing. A boring feed, nothing new. A pull to refresh that refreshes into more of the same. You don't know which one it's going to be. And that not knowing is the entire trap. If your phone rewarded you every single time, you'd get bored of it. The way the rats stayed calm when the lever was reliable. And if it never rewarded you, you'd give up. It's the maybe that hooks you. The maybe is the whole product. Now here's the part that should genuinely bother you. This wasn't an accident. The people who design the apps on your phone know about Skinner. They know about variable rewards. It is not a secret buried in a psychology journal. It is foundational, deliberate design. The pull to refresh gesture, drag down, wait, watch it load, was compared by one of the people involved in its early spread to pulling the handle on a slot machine. Same motion, same pause, same little hit of maybe. The delay before your notifications load, the red dot that could be anything, the feed that never ends and never quite repeats. The reason likes sometimes arrive in a batch instead of one at a time. None of that is neutral. It's engineered around the exact mechanism Skinner found in a box of rats. Because that mechanism is the most reliable way ever discovered to make a living thing keep pressing a lever it doesn't even want to press anymore. You're not bad with technology. You're up against people who studied precisely how your reward system works and then built a machine around its weak point. There's a chemical underneath this, and it's the most misunderstood part. Dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the pleasure chemical, the hit you get when something good happens. It isn't. Not quite. Research on dopamine, going back to the work of neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz, found something more specific. Dopamine isn't mainly about the reward itself. It's about the anticipation of a reward that might come. The spike happens before you know the outcome. In that gap. The reaching for the phone moment, the pull to refresh moment, the half second before the screen loads. That's where the dopamine lives. Which means the craving was never really about what you find on your phone. It's about the moment right before you find out. That's why checking is so unsatisfying and so repeatable at the same time. The good part isn't the payoff. The good part is the not knowing yet. And not knowing yet is a thing you can manufacture 100 times a day, for free, in your pocket. So here's what's actually happening every time your hand reaches for your phone without asking you first. You're not lazy. You're not addicted in the way you've been told to feel ashamed of. You are a living thing with a reward system built to chase uncertain outcomes. Because for most of history, chasing uncertain outcomes is exactly what kept your ancestors alive. The rustle in the grass that might be food, the maybe. Paying attention to the maybe was survival. That same ancient wiring is still running. It's just that now, for the first time, there's an industry that understands it better than you do, and has built a slot machine thin enough to fit in your hand and bright enough that you'll pick it up first thing in the morning before you're even fully awake. The lever was never the problem. You were never the problem. You just weren't told you were sitting in the box. Learn something new? Hit that like button, share with others, tap subscribe, and watch this video next.